Everyone, welcome back to L3S. In today's video, we are going to cover 50 most important current affairs MCQs for October 2025. These questions are extremely useful for examination like SSC, UPSC, Railway, Banking, State PSC, NTPC, and all other competitive and entrance tests. Let's get started. First question: which country hosted the 2025 Global Biodiversity Summit held in October 2025? And the answer is B, United Arab Emirates. The 2025 Global Biodiversity Summit was hosted by UAE in Abu Dhabi. This was held at NEC from 9 to 15 October. Which state topped the Indian Innovation Index 2025 released in October? It is Karnataka. In India Innovation Index 2025, Karnataka ranked first among the major states, followed by Telangana and Haryana. The 2025 Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to A. Maria Corina Machado. Marina Corina Machado was awarded for Nobel Peace Prize for promoting democratic rights for the people of Venezuela and for her struggle to achieve a just and peaceful transition from a dictatorship to democracy. Which country became 11th ASEAN member recently? And it is East Timor. Timor-Leste, also known as East Timor, officially became the 11th member of ASEAN in October 2025. And ASEAN is Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Which city in India became the first to launch real-time flood forecasting? It is C. Chennai. Chennai became the first Indian city to launch a fully operational real-time flood forecasting system. Which state has become declared India's first state to be free of extreme poverty recently? It is D. Kerala. Kerala was declared India's first state to eliminate extreme poverty. The state government achieved this milestone by identifying individuals in extreme poverty and implementing targeted micro-plans to address their needs with a goal that was set in 2021. Who has continued as Chief of Defence Staff CDS of India as of October 2025? It is Lieutenant General Anil Chauhan. He will be continued to serve as the Chief of Defence Staff in India till May 30, 2026. Which is India's rank in Global Hunger Index 2025? It is 102. Who is set to 53rd Chief Justice of India? The 53rd Chief Justice of India will be Justice Surya Kant, taking charge on 24th November 2025. The present Chief Justice of India is Justice Bhushan Ramakrishna Gavai. Who has won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 2025? It is Laszlo Krasznahorkai. Hungarian author Laszlo Krasznahorkai won the 2025 Nobel Prize in Literature for his visionary work exploring apocalyptic themes and the power of art. Who has become the first female Prime Minister of Japan? It is Shane Takaishi. Who has been elected as President of Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry (FICCI) for the year 2025-26? It is Anand Goenka. Presently, he is Senior Vice President of FICCI and Vice Chairman of RPG Group. Who won the Mrs. Universe 2025? And it is D. Seri Singh. India's very own Seri Singh crowned Mrs. Universe 2025 has brought glory to our nation with her grace, strength and perseverance. Which country has conducted successful testing of Burevestnik missile recently? It is option D, Russia. Who has become the first non-NATO nation to join exercise Ocean Sky 2025 in Spain? India became the first non-NATO nation to join the Ocean Sky 2025 air combat exercise in Spain recently. With which country India had carried out the bilateral naval exercise in Rokon exercise recently? India conducted the inaugural In-Rokon naval exercise with South Korea recently, and it was held in Busan, South Korea on October 13, 2025. Which country has won the FIFA Under-20 Football World Cup 2025? The Morocco Under-20 team won the FIFA Under-20 World Cup 2025. Morocco defeated Argentina to win their first FIFA tournament title. The Kati Bihu Harvest Festival was celebrated in which state recently? It is A. Assam. Kati Bihu, also known as Kangali Bihu, is celebrated in Assam during October. It marks a time of prayer for a good harvest, as granaries are often empty at this point of time. And it involves lighting lamps near holy basil plants and in paddy fields to ward off pests and symbolize hope. Which country hosted the APEC 2025? It is South Korea. APEC South Korea 2025, officially stylized as APEC 2025 Korea, was a year-long hosting of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation meetings. It was the second time South Korea hosted the summit, having previously hosted in 2025. With which country India had carried out the bilateral maritime exercise Samudra Shakti 2025? It is Indonesia. India hosted the exercise Samudra Shakti was the fifth edition of Indo-Indonesian joint bilateral maritime exercise hosted by Indian Navy in Visakhapatnam from October 14 to 17, 2025. What is India's position in the Hanley Passport Index 2025? It is 85th. India has fallen to the rank 85th in 2025 Hanley Passport Index, offering visa-free access to 57 countries. Last year it was 80 and on the list with visa-free travel 62 destinations. Which country hosted the 47th Asian Summit 2025? Option A, Malaysia. Malaysia hosted the 47th ASEAN Summit in October 2025. ASEAN is Association of South Asian Nations. It was held in Kuala Lumpur from 26 to 28 October 2025, and S. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister, represented India in the summit. Which country hosted 8th session of International Solar Alliance recently? It is India. India hosted the 8th session of the International Solar Alliance in New Delhi, and it brought together delegates from 124 member states and other organizations to promote global solar cooperation. Who is the author of the book Above and Beyond, published in October 2025? It is Shiv Kumar Mahanka. Recently, Indian government has given the status of embassy its technical mission in which country? It is the Afghanistan. India upgraded its technical mission in Afghanistan to full embassy status. The Indian embassy in Afghanistan had been closed following the Taliban takeover, and only a technical mission was remaining there, and now it is again converted to a full embassy. With which country India has recently conducted military exercise named Indra 2025? It is C. Russia. India conducted the Indra 2025 military exercise with Russia in Bikaner, Rajasthan. The joint exercise is a part of a series of military drills between the two countries to enhance their bilateral defense cooperation and combat readiness. With whom Coal India Limited is partnering with to launch a Centre for Sustainable Energy to accelerate India's transition towards a low-carbon, sustainable energy future. It is IIT Madras. Coal India Limited partnered with IIT Madras to launch a Centre for Sustainable Energy. Which Indian institute is ranked top among Indian institutes in the QS World University Ranking? And it is IIT Delhi. IIT Delhi is the highest ranked Indian institute in the QS World University Ranking 2026, followed by IIT Mumbai, IIT Bombay, and IIT Madras. What is Indian Air Force's global rank in World Directory of Modern Military Aircraft WDMMA 2025 ranking? It is third. The Indian Air Force ranked third globally ahead of China. US Air Force ranks first, followed by Russia, while India third surpasses China fourth. Which country developed the world's first dual tower solar thermal plant? It is C. China. China officially launched the world's first dual tower solar thermal power plant located deep into the global desert, a marvel of modern renewable engineering. Who has been honored Vigyan Ratna Award under Rashtriya Vigyan Puraskar 2025? It is Professor Jayant Vishnu Narlikar. Vigyan Ratna posthumous Professor Jayant Vishnu Narlikar awarded posthumously for his outstanding contribution to physics. Which company became the first company ever to cross the $4 trillion market capital recently? It is NVIDIA. In October 2025, NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Apple emerged as the only companies to enter the $4 trillion market capitalization club, reaffirming the dominance of US tech sector. NVIDIA, led by CEO Jensen Huang, became the first company ever to cross $4 trillion mark, overtaking Microsoft and Apple earlier in the year. What is India's rank in Global Firepower Index 2025 ranking for military strength, defense capabilities, and global influence? India ranked 4th in the Global Firepower Index 2025. India has approved rail connectivity project with which country recently to boost bilateral trade? It is C. Bhutan. India approved a new rail connectivity project with Bhutan to boost bilateral trade. Which country has ended the exploitative kafala system granting migrant workers job freedom and improved legal rights? It is option A. Saudi Arabia. Who has won presidential election in Bolivia recently? It is Rodriguez Pereira. Paul Biya, the oldest ruler, re-elected recently as president for 8 consecutive terms for which country? It is C. Cameroon. 92 years old, Paul Biya was re-elected president of Cameroon for the 8th term recently. Which site has been designated as India's first cold desert biosphere reserve under UNESCO's Man and Biosphere (MAB) program? Option B. Spiti Valley, Himachal Pradesh, was designated as India's first cold desert biosphere reserve. The high-altitude landscape in Himachal Pradesh spans nearly 7,770 square kilometers across Lahaul-Spiti district. Which company of India has signed MoU with a Russian company to manufacture SJ-100 commuter aircraft? It is Hindustan Aeronautic Limited (HAL). HAL signed an MoU with Russian United Aircraft Corporation to manufacture SJ-100 commuter aircraft in India. Which of the following fast patrol vessels FPVs built in India launched in October 2025 for the Indian Coast Guard? It is ICGS Aksar. The first patrol vessel, ICGS Askar, was launched for the Indian Coast Guard. It was built in India as a Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, featuring over 60% indigenous content. And it was built by Goa Shipyard Limited. Which island nation hosted the world's first ever live underwater interview? It is Palau. Palalu. Sorry, it is Palau. A Pacific nation, Palau, hosted the world's first live underwater interview in October 2025. President Surangel Whips Jr. conducted the interview with Estonian Olympic swimmer and activist Marle Levant. Which put them on the 125th Indian Football Association IFSL 2025? And the answer is A. Mohan Bagan. Mohan Bagan, supergiant, won the 125th IFSL by defeating East Bengal 5-4 on penalties. The competition was held in Kolkata at Salt Lake Stadium on October 18, 2025. Where did PM Narendra Modi laid foundation stone recently for India's first public sector joint venture nuclear power project? It is A. Rajasthan. PM Narendra Modi laid the foundation stone for India's first public sector joint venture nuclear project in Rajasthan, and it is called Mahi Banswara Rajasthan Atomic Power Project. It is in Banswara, Rajasthan. And this project is implemented by Anusakti Vidyut Nigam Limited, a joint venture of Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, NPCIL, and NTPC Limited. Which religion in Assam state has received official recognition recently? And it is Bathao. The Bathao religion of the Boru community in Assam received the official recognition recently, and Assam government also declared the second Tuesday of the traditional month of Magh as a state holiday for the Bathao Puja festival. Who has been awarded the Sastro Ramanujan Award in 2025? And it is Dr. Alexander Smith. The Sastro Ramanujan Prize 2000 was awarded to Dr. Alexander Smith, who is a professor of Northwestern University, USA. Which state government declared the year 2025 as a year of urban development? It is Gujarat. Gujarat declared 2025 as a year of urban development. This was announced in conjunction with the celebration of 20 years of state's urban development progress, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi launching the initiative in May 2025. Where was World Health Summit 2025 took place in October 2025? It is B. Germany. The World Health Summit 2000 took place in Berlin, Germany. The theme was taking responsibility for health in a fragmenting world, and the event was held both in person in Berlin and online. Who has been recently appointed as CEO and Managing Director of Union Bank of India? It is Ashish Pandey. Who of the following, known as father of Indian advertising, passed away recently? The right answer here is D. Piyush Pandey. Legendary ad creator Piyush Pandey passed away at the age of 70. He was executive chairman and chief creative officer of Worldwide Ogilvy. His ad portfolio includes some of the most memorable advertisements in Indian history, such as Kuch Khas Hai Zindagi Mein for Cadbury Dairy Milk, featuring for Dancing Girl, Asian Paints, Har Ghar Kuch Kehta Hai, and popular Zoo character for Vodafone. Where did Google's first international artificial hub in India inaugurated recently? It is B. Visakhapatnam. Google's first international AI hub in India was inaugurated in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh recently. This AI hub will feature a new data center campus to power advanced AI infrastructure, support AI-driven transformation, and serve the growing demand of digital service in India and globally. And that's it for today. Today's current affair MCQ session for October 2025. I hope this video helped you in your exam preparation. If you found this content useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to L3S. Keep learning, keep practicing. All the best for your exam. See you next video. Thank you.